Bonjour, je m'appelle Amélia Desjardins, je suis technicienne dans la restauration spécialisée en montage de costumes. Je travaille avec le musée McCord Stewart depuis 2020 en tant que contractuelle. Je travaille principalement avec les vêtements et j'ai une affinité particulière pour les costumes historiques. Puisqu'il est soit sous ma main égaré ou noué autour de mon cou, je dirais que mon outil indispensable, c'est mon galon à mesurer. I started studying fashion design and pattern cutting at Collège Marie-Victorin, and then I moved to Scotland to pursue a bachelor's in performance costume from the Edinburgh College of Art. And followed by this, I did a master's degree in dress and textile histories from the University of Glasgow because I really wanted to specialize in historical costume. Opportunities to work in this field are rare though, so I also work as a costume cutter and maker for film, dance, theatre for about the past 10 years. This complementary combination of employment, of building both the mounts and the costume, I think has really led to a better understanding of both and how they relate to one another. Belle Costume was actually the perfect opportunity to trial digital printing as an ethical means of building faithful reproductions for the exhibition. An abundant source of documentation, contemporary photographs, and even remnants of original fabrics equipped us with all the tools that we needed. The variety of prints required prompted us to innovate and develop our own unique procedure for digitally capturing and rendering a lace using the chroma keying technique, or what you might call the green screen technique. I see so much potential for the use of digital textile recreation and printing and conservation, and this is an area that I'm now really hoping to specialize in. A particular challenge for our team working on Belle Costume was the fragility of the costumes and the extent to which costumes had been heavily altered, worn, and transformed over the years. Quick fixes and crude adjustments that were never really meant to stand the test of time now needed to be stabilized and safely supported for the exhibition. Judging from photographs and material evidence, costumes that were passed down generations were not always worn with the proper foundation garments either. At times, this caused distortions and damage in the costumes. As a result, though full of character and made all the richer for their partying past, we are handling particularly fragile garments and had to proceed with great care. I love the creative and technical challenge of building the two-part mannequin for Mrs. Palmerston's dress. Designed to separate at the waist, it allowed the extremely fragile skirt to be mounted onto the lower half before the upper torso was reattached. This two-part method minimizes stress on fragile garments during the dressing process. In general, I think we know what we want the end result to be when we have a costume, and also the array of techniques to get there. But in reality, each garment is inevitably approached on a case-by-case basis, and sometimes technical hurdles or restrictions arise along the way that really deviate our initial plan. And I find that those times when creativity and experimentation are key often lead to the most surprising and satisfying results.